Welcome to NFL News Update, where touchdowns meet headlines. Stay in the game with the freshest NFL updates. This is your quick dive into football fervor.
Jim Harbaugh is headed back to the NFL. The Los Angeles Chargers have agreed to a 5-year deal with Harbaugh, who led the University of Michigan to a national championship earlier this month, to become their next head coach. NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and Mike Garafolo reported on Wednesday. The team later announced Harbaugh's hiring. Rappaport added that Harbaugh, 60, received an offer from Michigan that would have made him the highest-paid coach in college football, but chose to helm the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is football personified, and I can think of no one better to lead the Chargers forward, Chargers owner and chairman of the board, Dean Spanos, said in a statement. And today, Jim Harbaugh returns to the Chargers, this time as our coach. Who has it better than us? A return to the NFL has long been speculated for Harbaugh after he spent the past 2 off-seasons interviewing with the Minnesota Vikings and Denver Broncos, respectively. Harbaugh has seen success at every stop in his coaching career, including the 4 seasons he spent with the San Francisco 49ers, whom he led to wins in nearly 70% of his games, 44-19 won, from 2011 to 2014. During that run last decade under Harbaugh, the Niners went to 3 consecutive NFC Championship games and advanced to Super Bowl XLVI, where they lost to the Ravens and Harbaugh's brother John. Coincidentally, the Ravens are on the Chargers' 2024 schedule, with Lay set to host the brotherly matchup. Prior to his time on the sideline, Harbaugh was a quarterback at Michigan who was taken in the first round of the 1987 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears. His NFL career ran from 1987 through 2001, concluding with 3 years on the Chargers roster and 17 starts for the club. I'm remarkably fortunate to have been afforded the privilege of coaching at places where life's journey has created strong personal connections for me. From working as an assistant coach at Western Kentucky alongside my father, Jack, and time as an assistant with the Raiders, to being a head coach at USD, Stanford, the 49ers, and Michigan. Each of those opportunities carried significance, each felt personal. When I played for the Chargers, the Spanos family could not have been more gracious or more welcoming. Being back here feels like home, and it's great to see that those things haven't changed. The only job you start at the top is digging a hole, so we know we've got to earn our way. Be better today than yesterday. Be better tomorrow than today. My priorities are faith, family, and football, and we are going to attack each with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. This organization is putting in the work, investing capital, building infrastructure, and doing everything within its power to win. Great effort equals great results, and we're just getting started. In Los Angeles, Jim Harbaugh will be tasked with salvaging the start of Justin Herbert's career, which has often flashed promise, but has featured more notable losses than wins from a talented roster featuring one of the brighter young passers in the NFL. The Chargers fired head coach Brandon Staley and general manager Tom Telesco in December following an embarrassing 63-21 primetime loss to the Las Vegas Raiders. That loss was the culmination of a disappointing 2023 calendar year that started with the Chargers suffering a historic loss to the Jaguars during Super Wild Card Weekend and continued into the next regular season when they continued to struggle at the end of games. Harbaugh is no stranger to quick turnarounds in the NFL. The 49ers went 6-10 in 2010, the year before Harbaugh was hired away from Stanford. Who the Chargers pair Harbaugh with in the front office remains to be seen. Los Angeles has been connected to 9 candidates for its open general manager position and will bring in Ravens Director of Player Personnel Joe Hortiz for a second interview on Thursday, Rappaport reported. The team interviewed Giants assistant GM Brandon Brown on Wednesday. Harbaugh has spent the past 9 years leading his alma mater, Michigan, to an 89-25 record, but his time in college has not been without controversy. Harbaugh served a school-imposed 3-game suspension this past season for alleged recruiting violations during the COVID-19 dead period and not cooperating with investigators. Harbaugh could still face NCAA punishment from that case and from allegations against the program for an alleged sign-stealing operation, which led to a separate 3-game suspension for the team's final 3 regular season games. AFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reported back in October that the NFL would unlikely be a safe harbor for Harbaugh and could enforce some or all of any discipline imposed by the NCAA.